Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Smash for Monday, July 24th, 2023. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
Subscribe now here on YouTube. Please get us to 40K. We're less than 50 subscribers away, and I really want to just see that 4 at the front of our subscriber list. So help us out if you're enjoying our content here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Yes, please.
Thank you. And I want to mention Ilya Wine, which sponsors the Daily Smash. Show them how much you love Ilya, baby.
Oh, I love it so much. I want to open it and drink it, but I can't because I had so much to drink last night. I need to detox my body, but this is so delicious. It's amazing.
Yeah, you can get yours at 20% off using the discount code RickandKelly20 at
And if you guys think
Ilya.com.
the shipping, that's what that code is, like the discount. It's to offset the shipping.
Yeah,
if you think the shipping is expensive.
And if you buy multiple bottles, you're paying the same amount for shipping. And if you buy, I think it's over 100, there's no cost for shipping. So it might be worth your while to buy a few bottles because it is amazing wine.
It's delicious.
Love it.
Especially in the summertime.
We just finished watching Dirty John Betty.
AKA Michael Dodd. I'm going to start calling Michael Dodd Betty. I am. I'm going to start calling him Betty.
That's an appropriate name, I think, for him.
Right? I mean, seriously, Julie wanted to go visit her girlfriends that she grew up with in San Francisco that we've known since they were born. And Julie's 17 years old, and she's like, Mom, I want to go see my friends. They came here, for a week.
Yeah.
And I said, sure, go ahead. Tickets were $600. I pay for it. We pay for everything.
Yep.
And I asked him to pay for her
You asked
ticket.
her to ask him, and he
said no. He's like, I don't like those girls. He goes, I don't like them. No, you're not going.
So we booked her ticket.
We paid for her ticket.
We paid for her ticket.
Yeah. And do you think the guy will give her any money or anything like that? I don't get child support, nothing. He doesn't give her a cent. It's like, I don't know what, it's so disappointing. I mean, I feel so bad for Jolie, but you know what? Lesson learned that it's actually a good example of you can't depend on anybody but yourself. I mean, she can depend on us.
Right.
Of course.
Every day.
But it's just Betty. He's
you know what?
He's Betty.
She has us.
Yeah.
I would recommend that if you haven't seen it. I know it's not new. I think it's been out a year or two.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's a good series. And the first one was good too.
And the way he calls the girl a whore all the time. Michael calls him Gonzo. He won't say his name. I said something the other day.
Yeah, she wouldn't say
I
the girlfriend's name.
I asked him a question.
Yeah.
And he didn't like the. And I asked him are you gonna do this? And he just put his nose on there.
Which
I'm like,
is beautiful, by the way.
yeah. And I'm like,
What does that have to do with
what does
anything?
that have to do with your kid?
I mean,
what is
from
his...
day one, he was, I don't know what, jealous, threatened,
He didn't ever
angry.
did anything to him.
Not a thing, ever. I've never even had a conversation with him.
I mean, it is insane. The guy is Betty.
I've done nothing
Broderick.
but the right thing by you and your daughter.
Oh, I know. Well,
So
you know what? I just hope he gets his karma. That's all.
Well, it's funny because I build these rundowns for the show, and that was not in the rundown, by the way. But when Kelly, when she goes off on a tangent, I try to let her go. I will rein her back in at some point, but I do like to let her say her piece. This is our show, and it's your show as well, your platform. Your good friend Baby Dish, Adam and Stacy sent us this $100 bill of toilet paper to celebrate. I don't like the inference that our Rick and Kelly show on Patreon might be worthy of toilet paper.
Yeah, if you guys don't follow my girlfriend Baby Dish, she's got the most unusual, coolest, unique gifts to give your friends that she sells on Instagram.
Is this one of her products? One of the things she sells?
I don't know.
It's
I'm
very
not quite
cool.
sure, but she does sell she makes really cool jewelry and she really does a good job at.
And she's a good friend.
She's a good friend.
Speaking of good friends, we have a lot of good friends on Patreon who sent us these balloons and these flowers. We told you last week, it was our 100th episode. They still have some helium in them. And we still love for you guys to join us. We have a record number of subscribers now on Patreon. Our family is growing bigger and bigger. So it's the Rick and Kelly Show on Patreon.com. we'll have our 101st episode this week. And when you sign up, you have access to the entire library of our shows.
These flowers that Jackie got us from our Patreon.
Yeah.
They're so beautiful. I want to know where she got them. And then
I know where she got them.
Where?
There's a little store, like a corner store, right near the donut, the Sidecar Donuts, on a corner. I bought you flowers there one time. I'm pretty sure that's where they went. It's like almost like a pop-up. It's at the end of a row of stores, right on the corner, on 17th Street in Costa Mesa.
Oh, it's beautiful. And my friend Harry, I don't know how, I'm going to have to YouTube this. Maybe you guys can tell me. He cut them because she gave them to me and then to fit that vase.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it, but he looked at it and he cut it perfectly to fit that vase. I need to learn how to do that.
He did a great job. Did you ask him at the time how he did it?
Well, I go, how did you do that? And he goes, I just looked at it. I eyeballed it. And he went like this, but I don't know. I need to learn how to do that.
Well,
because every time I cut them, it's like.
Well, the way to do it really would be to measure the jar that you're putting them in and how long the stems need to be to fit that jar, and then measure the stem and cut it at that. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I've never done that, but that would make sense to do it that way.
I don't know. I need to learn how to do that. So maybe you guys can give me a reference on how to do it.
Do we want to say anything about the party we went to on Saturday night in Bel Air or whatever? What was that street? Is it Mulholland? Were they off of Mulholland or?
Well, yeah. So we went to this naughty party, and
naughty by nature.
Because we're going to this. I'm going to tell the story. Okay.
Okay.
So we go. So this girl puts this whole thing together. Okay.
Oh wait, you're not going to tell that story, are you?
Should I not?
Nah, don't tell that story. No, because
I told Megan Weaver to tell. I'm not telling that story.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't tell that story.
It's such a good story, but so I went to go have lunch with my friend Candace Gorsuch. She owns this beautiful store in Aspen, and my friend Jody Shamali and my friend Colette. Colette's selling her home in Irvine Cove for $22 million.
Oh my God.
If you guys want to buy it. And it's only 4,200 square feet.
No way. What is that? $5,000 a square foot?
Yep, my friend Colette.
Oh my God.
Yep, she sold two companies, tech companies in San Francisco, and they went public. Both of her companies went public.
Wow.
And her husband was cheating on her, and they had to get divorced. But she's worth like hundreds of millions of dollars, and she's so cool. She wants to find a guy. She's totally adorable.
Is this house on the ocean?
No.
It's not?
No.
$22 million.
22. It's Irvine Cove. It's more expensive than Emerald Bay in Laguna.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It just is. But it's got private beaches. It's like it's guard gated. It's way more expensive than like Crystal Cove or anything like that. It's like probably one of the most elite.
Where is that in relation to where we are, Irvine Cove? Is that between us?
It's like it's across the street from on the ocean side of Emerald Bay. Emerald Bay is on the mountainside.
Yeah.
And they have to take that tunnel.
Okay,
to
so
go
we've driven through that neighborhood.
You've been to Irvine Cove.
Those houses are $22 million.
She's selling it for $22 million, and then she's building
insane.
Another one in there right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
But like this girl's adorable, and she's trying to look for a man, and
well, maybe we should have her on.
Yeah.
And talk about her if
successes.
she wants to. No, but but also help her find a man.
Yeah.
Maybe this can be like a dating show.
That would be good. Exactly.
I played pickleball today, and I did play with one of our paddles, our carbon fiber, beautiful. I didn't win. But
you said you were struggling, right?
It wasn't the paddles. I was so hungover. Pouring sweat. Love.
That's good.
The game.
You got all that out of you. I wish I could have
sweating
done that.
now.
Are you?
Yeah, but
it's cold here.
We're still doing our summer promotion with our pickleball pals. You buy two, you get one free. And if you buy 2 boxes of balls, we'll give you a 3rd box free. I just packed some more boxes today. We appreciate, by the way, your support, and we hope you're enjoying the paddles. All of you who bought them. Pickleballpartytown.store.
Pickleball Party Town. I really want to sell these out so I can make new ones.
Yeah, well, we have a new connection, not new, but a good friend who can hook us up.
Yeah.
With all that. So we're gonna do that. And teaser tonight, Monday night, I'm going to try again in that pool tournament at Blackie's. So wish me luck. I wanted to read some of my favorite comments from Friday. Kelly hasn't heard these yet. Juliana said, I think I come back for Rick.
What?
Like she likes watching me.
Oh, good.
Thank
At
you.
least somebody does.
Lisa Kelly 231. Kelly, you are so freaking funny. It's so true with the skinny brand. We can't say when someone's not attractive anymore. Only give compliments. Pretty sure that's the same people that give participation trophies.
Oh, I love that. Is that, what's her name? Lisa Kelly?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that.
Leon Teen Anderson
I didn't read
919.
these.
Thanks for the discount code, kids. Ordered the rosé and it's wonderful. Love your show.
Oh, that's great.
Peggy Schmidt. Anyone hating on you about this Bethany crap is just jealous of you, Kelly.
Yeah, we lost 4 subscribers.
I think it was only 1 at the end of the day.
It must have been that's the one I called out.
Probably, yeah. Peggy Schmidt. Oh, she wrote 2 things. I can't stop laughing. What you are saying is so true. You can't win with people. Yes, everyone just shut the F up. Skinny Girl 67. What is the purpose of those annoying loops in women's clothes? Remember you were pulling them out yesterday? Friday on the show? People just want something to banter about with you, Kelly. Who cares if you made an observation on Bethany's appearance?
Yeah. I mean, I can't say anything. You can't. It's like that lady said. It's the same people that want participation awards.
I know what those loops are for. They're hanging on a hanger.
Yeah, they're to hang your clothes. So,
Yeah.
because...
But you can get the hangers with the clips, and you don't need the loops, right?
But then you get that thing in there. It's just annoying.
Nicole Kneep. Completely okay with being dissed with them. I don't think I meant to put this one in there. Kelly, user, there's a bunch of letters and numbers. I'm dying about your passport pic. Talking about yourself, I'm rolling Rick and his chuckle.
Oh my God, I showed that picture to Megan Weaver last night.
Yeah.
And Ben, and they were dying laughing.
I told Kelly how much I respected her for sharing that photo with the world. Like the worst picture she's probably ever taken.
Every time I go and I use that because it's like 10 years. I got it during COVID because both of our passports were up.
Yeah.
And I
managed to get an appointment.
I didn't have time to go get another picture.
Yeah.
I was like, screw it.
I think they took it there, didn't they?
No, we had to go take them. We were in a hurry. We had to go get them right quick. That was horrible.
Worst picture ever. Natalie Martin, your analysis on Bethany is so accurate. You'd think more people would realize she glamorized eating disorders for years on her platform, and low-key still does. Is that true?
Well, somebody said, one of these comments goes, well, she was a naturopath, and she ended up like doing cooking, and then she went... No, like she wrote books on how to be skinny, and she's made a brand out of looking like a Skeletor.
Huh.
Which I think she's got a kick-ass body. But a lot of people don't like that. Everyone has a look, There's a lid for every pot. Some guys are chubby chasers. Some guys like anorexia. Some guys like muscle. Some guys like little boobs. Some guys like big boobs.
I like this right here. My perfect partner.
Oh, thank you. I like you too.
I want to say to Bethany, if you really are pursuing a class action to try and get royalties, Kelly's in. You are in. Jordan Veit, V-E-I-T, 4140. Love you, Kelly, and how unfiltered you are. Keep being you.
Thank you.
You are gorgeous, by the way, and I laughed so hard when you showed your passport photo. I can totally relate. My driver's license photo is terrible, and I hate whenever I have to show it to people, but I also dread DMV visits, so have procrastinated on getting a new photo for years. LMAO.
I haven't been to a DMV in over, I want to say, 20 years, because I had an Arizona driver's license from the time I moved to California in 2004. And I've had an Arizona driver's license. That's why I couldn't vote.
Her driver's license was good for 40 years.
40 years.
I never heard of that before.
So I never had, and I had houses there. So I never had to, whatever. So finally I get married to him. I'm like, okay, I gotta finally get a California driver's license. I want to vote, okay? And I'm getting
It was
one.
time.
It's time. But it's not that bad like it used to be. You just make an appointment and you go in, and it kind of stays true to the. It wasn't as bad as it used to be back in the day.
We made an appointment, and we did have to sit and wait for them to call our number once we got there, but it was maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. I mean, I remember in Arizona.
2 or 3 hours.
Oh, the worst.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't bad at all. We went in Costa Mesa. I wanted to mention this because one of my friends sent me this article from Blaze Media that
Wait, aren't I going to talk about my Pronuvo?
Oh, sorry. I must have missed it. It was up here. I'm so sorry.
I didn't even read my...
It's right here. Pronuvo body scan. We're going to do the results of her body scan on this week's Rick and Kelly show, but you wanted to talk about Pronuvo.
So I did this. Okay, so I want Rick, because he's in his voice, to read what I did. This body scan. I told you guys about it. And I want you to read it because I don't have my glasses. And you can do it in your reporter voice.
Okay.
I'm going to explain to you what this, or he's going to explain to you what this is.
Okay. Pronuvo uses advanced MRI to perform a full body scan able to detect solid cancerous tumors at stage 1 and around 500 other conditions, including aneurysms, spine herniations, fatty liver disease. The vast majority of the cancers and medical conditions found are at an early stage, where treatment is easier and much more likely to be successful. Unlike other screening mechanisms, Pronuvo does not use radiation or contrast, making it a safe, preventative screening tool. On average, Pronuvo gives a potentially life-saving diagnosis to 1 out of 120 people. Many of these diagnoses occur in patients that are asymptomatic.
Now, I want to give everybody my discount code. It's Pronuvo.com/Kelly Dodd.
Pronuvo.com/Kelly Dodd. You see it on the screen. You can use Kelly's discount code to get that scan. Are they all across the country, Pronuvos?
I don't know. But that lady, remember when I made her go in front of me? She was from Vegas.
She flew in from Vegas. So there's one in Los Angeles where we went. There's got to be more in major cities.
I don't know. You can fly into Vegas. I'm telling you, you guys, this is the most unbelievable thing I have ever seen in my life. This report showed my whole entire body, exactly what's in it. It showed my implants. It showed filler, because I thought I got all my filler out. I haven't done filler. It showed my filler in my face. It showed, like, I mean, you're not going to believe what I have.
You get
wrong.
the video, the images, and there's video of like a 360 just showing your insides, and then it breaks it down into every single...
I have scoliosis. I never knew I had scoliosis. I'm like this. I didn't even realize I'm like that.
Apparently everyone has a little bit of it.
I'm not going to tell you exactly. I'm going to show you guys, but I have a lot. I have kind of like a lot of like stuff that's... My thyroid is all jacked up. You can see that in there. But the most interesting thing is that like Maria Menounos did this. They found pancreatic cancer. She would have died if she didn't do this scan.
Yeah.
And you can always, like cancer, if you catch it early enough.
Right. Well, that's what they were saying.
Yeah.
That it catches them at the very earliest stage, where it's far easier to defeat it, far easier to treat it, and I think it better on you and easier for you to get through. But Kelly did not have anything that needs to be treated right now.
Well, they saw like a spot on my liver. They saw a cyst in my ovary. Right. I mean, my bulging disc, arthritis.
But like minor, or like it'll say something about like.
It will say like nothing to worry. Like the lady. Right. So anyway, they call you. And they go over it. They talk through it with you. And they're like, yeah, you're probably born with this. Don't worry about it. It was, this is natural progression of aging. And it made you feel at ease, because when you first see it, and because they email it to you, and they give you the results pretty quick.
Yeah, it was a few days.
It was like a few days.
A couple days. Yeah, it wasn't long at all.
Yeah,
but then you take those results, you bring them to your doctor, to your primary physician, and then he can go through it with you too. And
it can tell your gut health. It can tell like everything. It is the most amazing thing. I encourage you guys to get that. You guys can get a discount with my code.
Does insurance cover? It doesn't?
Nope.
Why not?
I don't know.
Well, get on it. I oughta. Do you want to talk about this now? One of my buddies sent me this article from Blaze. It said Fox News whistleblowers reveal company's support of Satanists, abortionists, and left-wing charities. Fox News, the purported conservative cable news network, matches employee donations to numerous left-wing charities and activist groups, according to a report from Blaze Media. Now, I'm not going to read this.
I can't stand that Blaze Media. They always write crap about me.
They do?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I remember them writing some nonsense about you. But I want to say I believe this is nonsense too, and I'll tell you why. I worked at Fox for 24 years, and the fact that they're matching employee charitable contributions is obviously a good thing.
Wait, there's satanic temple charities out there?
Apparently.
Shut up.
But see, the thing is, you can't control who the employees want to give donations to, and if the company decides we're going to match donations to charities, if the charity is a legit charity, how can Fox decide what they will and won't support amongst the employees? If you're truly supporting your employees, then you match their donation to whatever charity they're giving to. And I guarantee you the vast majority of donations were to legit charities. Like I used to give to the Marine Corps Law Enforcement Foundation, which is 100 on the rating scale. There are a lot of good charities out there, and I'm sure a lot of the donations go there. But if there's some wacko who works down in the basement who's given to a Satanist group and has the balls to submit that to the company, I don't know that they can go through them and decide they're not going to match that employee's donation. Like, I'm sorry, but they're trying to do a good thing here.
What's the Trevor Project? And then Planned Parenthood.
That's another like. It has something to do with transgender, I think.
And then they have Planned Parenthood and Southern Poverty Law Center.
Yeah.
His daughter, I don't know what we got married, and I registered for one thing, and that was Hermes China, right?
Yeah.
Like if people were going to come to our wedding.
Yeah, just made it simple.
I just made it simple. Just one plate each. That's it.
Yeah.
She did a donation to Planned Parenthood in our name.
I never claimed that on our taxes.
Yeah, but I think it's funny when people are like.
My sister did the same thing.
Yeah.
She didn't give us a plate. She sent us a bottle of tequila. She goes, "This is supposed to be really good to the kid." And it was.
Clase Azul.
Clase Azul. But okay, but we didn't ask for tequila. We have tequila. Why did you go off the grid? Like we need the plates. So we had to go out and buy plates to make up for the ones that to fill out the set. Not that I'm complaining, but I don't know. What do you think? Is that okay if someone registers for things? Is it okay to go off the grid, especially if they only register for one thing, like we did, plates?
But that Clase Azul that she bought was like $300 because it was like a special edition.
Yeah, no, it's expensive.
Yeah.
But is it okay? Do you think it's okay to not give what the couple is asking for and just give them whatever you want to give them? Is that all right?
What is that though? Like, what is that people want to you register like? You have like for a baby, for instance.
Is that
like I understand? But they're Amazon. It's easy. You just click on Amazon, and there's a registry that people need or want.
Right.
But
is that someone thinking that they know better than you, or they want their gift to be different? They don't want to just give you what everyone else is giving you.
I think you should. To me, I think you should give what people ask for. I think it's simple.
I think that the people who are asking for gifts, like we did when we got married, you're making it easy for the guests.
Right.
You don't have to think about it. We already have a blender. We don't need a blender. But we knew we wanted this china.
Right. And people wanted to give us. I mean, we only had like 10 people at our wedding.
30.
But, they were like, okay. And then my girlfriend, Candace Gorsuch, she's the one that told me to register for the china. So I'm like, okay, fine. If somebody wants to.
So now it's all boxed up because we don't have a table big enough to have like a real, like a fancy meal.
Yeah.
Right? But it was nice when it was in that cabinet in the other house because we did use it a couple times.
Yeah. Well, once we sell the house in the Hamptons, we will move it over here.
Yeah.
When we do our 1031 exchange.
Yeah. In the news now.
In the news.
Elon Musk says Twitter is going to change its logo, saying goodbye to all the birds. Elon Musk tweeted, "Soon we shall bid adieu to the Twitter brand and gradually all the birds." And then he said, if a good enough X logo is posted tonight, we'll make it go live worldwide tomorrow. And he posted an image of a flickering X. I don't know why he picked X. What does X have to do with Twitter?
No, he has like he's got like X's for like his kids are like X, like model X. Like he's got X is like
anyone like this.
He's X is something that he always has as for his brand.
It's a cool letter.
X?
Yeah. But the thing is, like Twitter, that little bird is very recognizable. Everybody knows what that bird is, right? A lot of people, I mean, many millions of people.
Yeah, it's branded already. You already bought the brand.
Right.
Like that's what you bought the brand for.
Right. But he wants to take it to another level, and he wants to turn it into something even bigger than it already is.
That guy's almost a trillionaire now, I just read.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
A trillionaire?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bread.
It's a lot of dough.
Speaking of which,
we've got a lot of kids.
We're going to hit that Mega Millions tomorrow night.
Yeah. Let's do this. Let's manifest it.
It's about time, don't you think?
Yeah. Someone won it here, downtown LA.
I know. We're 50 miles from here. That Powerball, that $1 billion jackpot, 50 miles from here. They said that some lady ran into the store shaking, claiming she was the winner, and then she ran out.
We have a friend of ours that we know, I'm not going to name names, that spends $400
a week
on
lottery
tickets. Now, if I do like these big ones, I only do $1. Okay, there's no people are like, oh, well, if you pay more, no, it's not like you're. I just think it's a waste.
Yeah, we'll buy $2 a ticket, so I'll buy a couple tickets. Sometimes if it's a machine and I only have a 20 on me, I will get $20 worth.
Yeah.
I've done that. But that's it. There's no point in spending any more than $2 or $4 because it doesn't matter how many tickets you have. It's still, the odds are still 1 in 300 million. I'm telling you, that's the truth. Yes, you have different combinations of numbers, but every single one of those combinations is still 1 in 300 million.
Yeah. I don't know.
But we're going to hit it.
Hit it and quit it.
We'll still do this.
We will. I would totally do this forever.
I would do it too, but I'm going to hire a crew. I'm going to hire an editor, and I'm going to let them put it together so I can go off and do my own thing after we sit here and do this. And I'm going to get you a housekeeper.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Jeff Lewis, Megan said that, so Jeff Lewis is going to have something on Friday to listen to on his channel, 786, but only on his app. You can only, if you download it on your phone, your app. So she said to tell
like a big announcement?
No, I think it's just going to be like Julie's going to host it. It's going to be some kind of like party that they're doing.
Oh, okay. So support Jeff Lewis. He supports us. We're good friends. And he's got a really funny show on SiriusXM. If you haven't checked it out, go SiriusXM and check it out. 786, I think. On Friday.
On Friday.
Okay.
Only on your app on your phone, though.
On your phone. Okay. We hope you have a smash-tastic day and a smash-tastic week.
Yes.
And just another reminder, if you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor and hit that button, okay?
Oh, yeah. And we had really fun on our Patreon call on Saturday with all of our people.
Yeah.
Somebody told me that I was trending on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
And that people were mad that
Crystal
was hanging out with me.
Yeah.
They got mad at, like, what is this?
Well, let's talk about that tomorrow because
okay.
we're
well, let's go. Okay, it's 30
We're
minutes.
going to talk about that tomorrow.
I mean, the tolerant group is the most intolerant group. Why are you hating on me?
Right.
Why?
That tomorrow, right here on The Smash. We'll see you guys.
Bye, guys.